If you don't like intros, go ahead and skip a minute in. This is so OP. What a fun device. Alright, well, 1.0, release of the forest out of beta. It's been quite a ride. Let's start out with some pretty icons. There's so many changes, so keep your eye out as we're going through the major changes that you might spot a minor change as well. And just look at all these lovely colored icons. I love them. They're really nice. If you're wondering what the beginning thing is, we will go over it later. Everybody and their mom showed it off in the pre-release patch thing, which I wasn't a part of because I was busy over the weekend, but figured if everybody's already shown it off, then it's no longer that much of a spoiler. But I won't tell you what it is until later. Okay. But you see the outline on them as well? The blueprints, they all have this really nice outline, and you can change the colors. I don't know if you knew, but you can change the opacity as well, but that really makes it easy to see them no matter what, and I like it. It just adds a nice flair to them as well. Near the end of our book, you can see that the nature guide and the animal guide have grayed out and non-grayed out ones. It's the ones you discover, and they appear with nice color. So you can kind of look around and discover all of nature. I haven't looked into it, but I wonder if there's an achievement related to that. If there's not, then leave them some feedback. I bet that could be a good achievement. We have Skinnable Mutants. Finally! I'm so happy for this. I've been asking for a long time, and they have delivered. They have delivered. It's great. Now you can get this creepy armor, which is a great armor and exciting to get these guys, but you only get one from taking on the mutants. Also, if you're watching, we're chopping off their heads now. It's fantabulous. Yum. We can use those as trophies. I'll show it in a second. But one more. Yeah, guilty trophy. They look pretty cool. They don't have too much detail. I don't mean like pixel detail. I just mean like because of the nature of them, these skin blobs. If you get too close, they look like a skin blob. But far away, amazing. As you see, here's the creepy armor, and it's creepy. It matches. Hello, foot on my foot. There's an eye there. Love it. It would be awesome if that eye blinked. I didn't see it blink, but maybe I didn't stare long enough. But anyways, I love that armor. Here is the warm suit. We'll show how to make that in just a little bit. With the system they have in place now, it's really easy to figure out recipes. It's not like you have to look it up anymore, to be honest. Here we have new raccoon and boar skin. And this will lead into how we make the warm suit. And you see they also have a skinned version. Poor guys. Now if you put your mouse over stuff, they will stop highlighting. I'll show it again in a little bit, but as you see right here, put it over the gear and you can see everything related to it up to, I believe, 10 entries. So with the warm suit, you see raccoon, 4 boar, deer, etc. By the way, with 10 cloth, you can make a rope if you need one. You can now hold up to 10 on the skin. It's pretty freaking helpful because you're like trying to collect rabbits and you couldn't get a whole bunch of rabbits at once. Oh, all right. So here is the flashing thing, as I mentioned before. As you see, the tape, the booze, and the weapon at the bottom left, they're flashing. Put your mouse over it, not flashing anymore. This will help you find new items in your inventory. There is supposed to be a hairspray in these. I don't know if it's an incredibly rare drop or not, but I will show you. And yeah, I've opened up a lot of them. Didn't find it. But I did find cloth in one of these so you could wear. It was kind of cool. So this one right here, I just kind of opened it up, and you can now equip your clothing pretty easily by going in and grabbing it. And later it'll be in your inventory. But let's just show off the hairspray because, like I said, it's supposed to be in one of those. Must be incredibly rare because I had to spawn it in. It's all right, but it runs out of fuel really quick. That does burn enemies and birds and, you know, whatever else. So one of the things I noticed is my effigy menu was gone. Looked into it. Drop your sanity down below 50, and then you can get your effigy menu back. Yay! Timmy photo. You can now look at it if you want to remember that person you probably forgot in the first 5 minutes of the game. Also, if you try to leave, you will stop and remember that you have a son. So no falling too much there. If you try to continue forward, you will go backwards a little bit, and then when you go forwards, you'll just hit the invisible wall. Bonfire is, it's got a new burn effect, kind of like radiates heat out a little bit with these lines. All the fire has that visual as well. I don't know if this is new, but I kind of saw it when I was walking by, so it's just in not the cameraman camp, I believe, but there's a script at the same time, so I want to say cameraman, but I didn't see any cameras here. Calories are always good calories in terms of strength, unless you're in hard survival. Another major change to the stats is athleticism will now increase your run speed slightly. Keep in mind that if you're overweight, that'll negatively impact your athleticism bonus, which may also negatively impact your sprint bonus. But yeah, athleticism now increases your run speed slightly. When you go into caves, underwater in caves, you automatically equip your rebreather. That is pretty sweet. Also keep a note on the bottom left when we enter and leave caves. You'll see that there's actually a loading symbol now telling you how much of the cave or outside world you've loaded when you change areas, which is pretty cool. So down here in the sinkhole already, you get this nice suit, and if we look, it stores the clothing outfits we've collected. So cool. You can equip it, and the other one gets replaced in the spot that you equipped it. Also, I was chopping up bodies down here and noticed that you hold them by the bone now, which is super creepy. Yacht has had a lot of changes to it. There is a keypad. We will look into it later. I will warn you when I do, but we're not going to do it now. We're not going to do it now. So it's just this part right here. Pretty cool. You can see Megan Cross on the wall there. I wonder what that has to do. Missing kid milk carton on the table. Bunch of fun stuff in here. Cassette player, which will restore your energy. That bed is usable. You can save and pass nights there. The clouds have been improved, and we also have better lighting for the cannibal. Cockpit has been moved. I was looking into the Katana cave just to see if that moved, and was wondering where the heck the cockpit went to. So I found it over here. Pretty much everything in here you'd expect to be here is here, but there is also a suitcase outside for a clothing outfit. That is the pilot outfit, so hey, there you go. It's not too hard to find here as long as you see where the mountain is. The mountain, want to keep that on your left, and walk up the rocks there. Lake water has a new kind of ripple on it. Also underneath we have a bunch of plants and a refraction up above. lit items don't immediately go out in the rain now. That includes torches as well. But keep in mind you want to slap some booze on it if you want it to last longer, because that's a short-lived. Log sled flag, you can't change it at all now. I don't know if I really love that change, but it does help keep everything organized, so I guess it's semi-helpful. I don't want to spoil too much here, but there are places where you need to put down items in order to get past an area. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just keep in mind you want a bunch of rocks when you go into the cave, or skulls. Just bring like 4 rocks or four skulls when you go in caves. That'll help you out. A number of items like leaves and zip lines don't have a proximity check now when you're placing them down. Now the zip line does try to help you not put your rope into something that's gonna make it I don't know what we're gonna call it, zip-lineable. But yeah, you can put some of these items in really weird spots now, which will make some cool bases, I guess. Look at that. New climbable entrances. This is K5. We're going inside of K5 real quick just to check out some of the changes that have been made. Basically everywhere has been touched up or fixed just a little bit to improve their look. The light at the end of the tunnel, it has to do with ModAPI. That is not the dev's fault. We go further down Cave 5 and there's a bunch of these like old suitcase things. Break them open for a load of cloth, like a lot. Also keep in mind that cannibals don't respawn in caves, so, but usually these kind of items do. That might be a nice way to get a bunch of cloth. Also, you can definitely feel a difference in this part of the cave if you've been here before. I'm trying to show non-spoilery caves, but also show that there've been changes. Also down K5, ooh, look, more clothes that you can equip and keep, so you can look cool and unique. Another cave that's not very spoilery, we just went down, I think this is Cave 2, just near the treasure trove, my favorite cave. And look at that, Virginia's been very busy down here, and well, it's really nasty. Also, as we're going through Cave 2, back to the other side where you find the compass and map very early on in the respawn cave. If you die, you appear here. There is a pretty note on the ground. A jealous god punishes a parent's fault on their children. Ooh. Like how I paused in awkward spots. Sorry about that. Here you find the map. I would get this earlier than later. And like I said, if you die, you come here, so it's not really the secret spot. As you see, this cave has been changed quite a bit. Where we all got our booze is now kind of modified. Still some booze there, though. There's a new entrance to this cave as well. This is the Cannibal Village. Pretty cool looking. Alright, so here is that nifty little device. After all of this is done, I will be showing the new endings to the forest. I will warn you again at that point, but please pay attention and listen to me if you don't want to have spoilers, because I will warn you again one more time and then give you about a 3 to 5 second black screen. So this device, which you don't know how to get yet, but like I said, all my friends, all the major YouTubers have showed this off, so this is no longer a secret. Everybody knows about it. But the red, which you can click, when you have it in your hand, you left click or you right click to change the colors, or if you click the same color that it's on, like left is red, and you click red again, it'll turn it off entirely. But red draws cannibals towards you. And they will also be upset when it's in your hand. However, You turn it to blue, and besides the mutants, the other guys really don't want to fight you. Like, really don't want to fight you, even when it's in your hands. Now you can slap it on the ground. I've noticed when it's red and you slap it on the ground, or when it's blue and you slap it on the ground, the effect is magnified. I don't know if that's true or not, but it feels that way. Like the distance that it works is greater. Which it makes sense to me in terms of how the story of the game goes, but I can't say for sure if that's true or if it's just a feeling. But yeah. We are going to approach on those ending spoilers. I will be showing the new ending and the extended old ending. So if you don't want to see that, please know you've been warned. As soon as it hits the black screen, we're going, so. There you go, see the mutants don't really care, but watch as those small guys, they all like run away now. We're gone. Like, seriously, out of here. And these guys, they sort of calm down a little bit, but to be honest, I think that's kind of normal mutant behavior where if like you goof around, they'll stop for a little bit. Anyways, spoiler, it's coming. Black screen. Stop it if you want to. Don't stop it. Ready? Here we go. This is new. It's already on now. And if you didn't know before, you used to have to turn it on. This thing on the right is new, and we're going to turn it off. It says emergency shutdown. Are you sure? We're going, yeah. I'll show the other button later, but I wanted to show this one first because I actually have to talk through this. We're doing a little bit more walking on this one. The other one's more autopiloted. It'll also lead to us getting that device you just saw, so that works out nicely. Alright, so we turned it off. Now if you're familiar with the story before, we press the console and we drop a plane out of the sky. We'll see how that change has happened in this new update, but... Turned it off, nothing to do. There's an elevator that's open on the other side. We take our golden keycard, slap that on there. Executive pass. I'm going to cut this long elevator. Alright, and then we come down at the bottom, a little bit of some loading, and there's this like sort of storage area. And a very nicely cut out area. Like the cave walls are really nicely cut out. And I don't think it's, you know, by Sahara Industry here, I think it's just cut out from the ancient civilization. Just for giggles, we try to explode it. Doesn't work, but you know, worth a try. Because there is actually an area that looks like that can be exploded. And because we have ModAPI, we're just going to break our shins. It's very impressive. That it can't be natural, you know? So I checked to the right just to make sure there's nothing down there, and to my knowledge, there is not. So we will go down to the left-hand side. I don't know what that red showing up is though. That's interesting. It only shows up looking that way. Alright, so we went to on the left way. Opens up into a room with a giant pit and a way to walk down further. So let's go into the pit first with our nice, lovely jump. Also, you can see like cups of coffee everywhere. Alright, so here we are with this weird one. It doesn't have a rock holder. It's got some sort of slot in it. And we can hear some sort of, I don't even want to call that like a weird whistle, kind of a grinding sound. So we head back up, go down the hallway, and nothing really like popping out. Not sure if like cave-ins or what. Really interesting shapes, and definitely they don't feel natural at all. They look all cut, maybe fallen over. So here is an explosive wall, and it's got that nice UI on it. However, if you didn't have an explosive, look at me trying to find one. There are a buttload on the left. Very polite of them. Look at that. A whole bunch of dynamite. So we go through, and whoa, what? Is that snow? We are out. Oh, wait. So that was sort of an alternate ending right there that kind of ends the story, at least as far as I know. We get we get some new structures in our book. What could they be? Under signals. Which I forgot where signals was because it's kind of a new tab for me. Family. Timmy sitting. Wife sitting. Oh no, this is gonna be a very lonely, long stay. At this point, I'm wondering if the SOS signal and staying there for a long time will lead to a new ending. I did pass time, like, I think it was like 10 days just to see, but also I used ModAPI to do so that might not have registered right. If there is a ending added on with the SOS signal, I'll let you know. But right now we're on depression quest because we can fill the island with our children, or our children. Wow, one child and a wife. So, with that elevator keycard, we can go into this room. Because I'm a goofball and I added all items initially, in here is supposed to be the key that we need to go open up the door that we saw. Wow, lost all my words. But it's not here because I did add all items. But yeah, just go back to the boat with your key card that you got from the elevator and then slap it in here. Ooh. So this is like a little sphere, right? And people, that's so weird that they're like, they're damaged looking at it. But there's that much bigger kind of sphere structure in the other room as we go through to do the ending. So interesting. Now, of course, I can't pick it up because I already have one. And I showed you how to use it. Now we're leading into the second one. This one, I'm just gonna leave be. We're gonna hit the credits. It's if it looks similar, keep on staying because it is not. There's an extended part there. But yeah, I'll let the credits play out, and that's the end of it. Hope you guys enjoyed the 1.0 update. I definitely have enjoyed the ride. As you can see, this is a new panel. I'm gonna stop talking over it because this one's gonna be a lot of the show talking. Hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you want to see more of the forest, it will be coming.
My next guest is a TV star, author, and real-life plane crash survivor. Here to talk to us about his new book, Rescued, along with his son, Timmy. Please, give it up for Eric LeBlanc. Nice to meet you, man. That's one hell of a story. So let's jump right into it. You've written a harrowing tale of survival and adventure with a plane crash. Look, you can see it on the cover. I feel like you're really blurring the lines here between fact and fiction. Oh, is that the axe? Hey, do y'all want a demonstration? Okay, we've got a setup right over here. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Come on, everyone. All of you want to see this too, right? What do you say? Well, come on, everyone. Yes! All right. Grab Timmy and let's head on over. Watch your step now. I got my axe. Where do you hold this thing? Oh, like this? Here we go. Huh? Is he okay?